You've tried to budget before. Maybe you downloaded an app. Maybe you made a spreadsheet. Maybe you sat down on a Sunday night and listed every expense and promised yourself this time, I'm going to stick to it. And for about 2 weeks, you did. Then life happened, a birthday dinner, a car repair, a random Tuesday where you were tired and just ordered food instead of cooking. And just like that, the budget was broken. And somehow, you felt like you were broken too. After a while, you start thinking, maybe I'm just bad with money. But what if the problem isn't you? What if the system itself is the problem? Because most budgets fail not because people are lazy. Here's what I want to tell you. The budget didn't fail because of you. They fail because they're built in a way that's hard to follow forever. And there's a simpler way to handle money. We'll get to that in a minute. My name is Lance, and in this video, I'm going to show you why budgets fail and what actually works instead. Hit subscribe if you're tired of starting over every month. Meet Maria. She is a nurse in Houston, Texas. She works long shifts. She makes about $72,000 a year. And by most people's standards, she earns good money. But every month, around the 22nd, Maria gets a sick feeling in her stomach because the money's almost gone. Again. Maria is not reckless, neither does she shop for fun. She doesn't have a gambling problem or a secret credit card. She actually has a budget, a detailed one, color-coded, categories and everything. Groceries, gas, rent, subscriptions, eating out. She tracks all of it. And somehow every month ends the same way. Stressed, confused, and wondering where it went. Maria's problem isn't discipline. It isn't math. It isn't even the budget itself. It's just that her budget was solving the wrong problem. Maria doesn't need a better budget. She needs a better system. And the reason why most budgets fail is just for 3 simple reasons. 1, they are built around one idea: track what you spend and spend less. And what they don't realize is that logging in every purchase takes energy, real mental energy. Most people already work hard all day. The last thing they want to do is open an app and enter that they spent $4.75 on coffee, so they miss a day, then 2 days, then they stop checking the app altogether. Any system that requires you to be perfect every single day will eventually break, because nobody is perfect every single day. 2, budgets are built on restriction, and restriction doesn't last. When you tell yourself you can only spend a certain amount on groceries or on eating out, you're fighting your own brain every time you go near food. Psychologists call this decision fatigue. Every time you stop and ask yourself, can I afford this? That's a small mental battle, and you only have so many of those in a day before willpower gives out. A budget based on restriction puts you in a constant fight with yourself. That's not a plan. That's punishment. 3, most budgets plan around what's left over, and there's never anything left over. This is how most people make their budgets. They get paid, they pay for rent, buy groceries, and cover other bills. They handle whatever that comes up, and then, if there is anything left, they save it or invest it. But life is designed to eat that money. Something will always comes up, so the saving never happens. A study by Bankrate found that only 41% of Americans could cover a $1,000 emergency from savings. The rest would have to borrow it or put it on a credit card. That's not a spending problem. That's a system problem. So what actually worked? There is something called the reverse budget, and it is almost surprisingly simple. Instead of spending first and saving what's left, you save and invest first and spend whatever's left. The day you get paid, before you buy anything, set an amount automatically to move out of your checking account. Some goes to savings, some goes to investments, some goes towards paying off debt. You never see it. You never have to decide. It just goes. Then you live on what's left. No spreadsheet, no tracking of every coffee, no guilt over every purchase. If the money is in your account, then it's yours to spend. This removes the decision, and removing the decision is the whole game. Let's look at math with real example. Let's say you bring home $3,500 a month after taxes. Pretty common in America right now. With a regular budget, you plan it out carefully, but rent, food, gas, and subscriptions eat up most of it. You save $80 at the end of the month if you're lucky. But with the reverse budget, on payday, $350 automatically moves out 10% straight off the top. $200 goes to a Roth IRA. $150 goes to a high-yield savings account. Then you live on $3,150. It might feel tight at first, but you adjust. And here's what happens over time. $200 a month into a Roth IRA, invested in an index fund, at a 7% average annual return in 30 years, that becomes roughly $243,000. Not because you were rich, but because the system ran without you. Remember Maria? She scrapped the color-coded spreadsheet. She set up one automatic transfer on payday, $300 out before anything else. $200 to her Roth IRA, $100 to her emergency fund. She stopped tracking every coffee and every grocery run. She stopped fighting herself. And 3 months later, she told her sister, I actually don't feel stressed about money like I used to. Not because I have more, but because I stopped waiting to see what's left. Now the 22nd comes around now, and she doesn't get that sick feeling in her stomach. The system runs and she lives. If you want to try this yourself, start small. Here's your one move this week. Find out if your job offers a 401k. If they do, log in and set your contribution to at least 5% of your paycheck. It comes out automatically before you even see it. If your job doesn't offer one, open a Roth IRA at Fidelity or Vanguard. Free accounts. It takes only just 15 minutes. Set up a $50 automatic monthly contribution. Don't build a budget. Build a system that runs without you. Because the goal was never to be better at tracking your money. The goal is to stop worrying about money altogether. If this one hits different, hit subscribe and drop a comment that says, reverse it. I'll know you're changing the system. See you in the next one.